were making with the blob brush are organic shapes, free-flowing and natural. The blob brush is a great tool to make, what? That's weird. The blob brush is a great tool to make organic shapes. There are a lot of geometric shapes already built right into Illustrator. So I want everyone to make a new document. And you can call it your initials. So remember, you always want to try to give your things a name right when you start. Chase, put your phone away or whatever is in your lap. Initials, geometric shape. You're creating, I'm starting right at the top right now. I just put my initials. Are you in this screen that says let's start something new? No. Okay. Is there a create new? I can't really see. New file. So you're going to call it your name and geometric shape. It can be letter size, so you can click on letter. Doesn't matter what orientation it is. And we're just going to start with one right now. One artboard. Create. So we have one piece of paper in front of us. Geometric shape. Or G-O-S is fine. No, here. Because, yeah, no, KM is good. G-O, that's right, G-O. It's fine. There are two ways to create geometric, well, there's more than two ways, but there's two easy ways to create geometric shapes in Illustrator. The first is the pen tool. So pen tool is, the shortcut is P. So press P and it's going to give you your little pen.
We're creating custom, right? Like a normal just...
A normal what?
Are we just creating a normal letter? Or are we creating
Yep, normal letter.
things?
Letter size, one artboard. So with the pen tool selected, remember to make a geometric line with the pen tool, you click and release. Don't drag. That makes you an anchor point. Click and release again. Now we have a geometric line. Click and release again. And to make, so this is a line still because it's open. To make it a shape, you want to go back to the original point and click there. A little circle is going to appear next to the pen tool. Yep. So grab your pen tool, P, and click and release. You're going to make a straight line. Click and release. And in order to close your shape, you want to go back to the original anchor point. So you need to have it needs to at least be a triangle. I just made a pentagon. And when you hover over that original anchor point, a little circle appears. And then that will close your shape. So that's one way of making geometric shapes. It's a little more customizable than the next tool I'm going to show you. Just like with anything that you've created with the pen tool in the past, you can apply different brushes to it. And as soon as you close the shape, there's going to be a fill in it. So right now my fill's white, you can't really see it. But if you double click your fill, you can choose a different fill if you want. And we're going to learn about color next, so you'll definitely learn a lot more about that tool. Then there's a whole set of geometric tools, pre-made geometric tools, that you can use as well for making geometric shapes. So that lives below the text tool. T. It's a rectangle. The rectangle is the original one that shows. Click on the rectangle tool.
This guy? Scale tool?
No, it just says rectangle.
Oh.
I'm going to show you in a second. So it should be the fifth down on the left. Just looks like a regular rectangle. And when you come out to your artboard, you'll see there's like little crosshairs. So if you click and pull, you can pull out a rectangle. If you click and release, a little dialog box comes up. Dialog box allows you, so this is a great choice if you need a specific rectangle. Oh, I need a 4 inch by 5 inch rectangle. So you can say 4 by 5, and it will make that for you. On the rectangle, you will see that there's like little circles within circles on the inside of the corners. If you click and drag that, what happens? Yes, it rounds the edges, and the edges get rounder and rounder until it almost becomes an ellipse. If you only want to, round one, oops, you can like click and hold on that. Maybe you have to double click. There you go. So you can start to make some sort of funky shapes out of just a regular plain old rectangle. And the last thing with the rectangle tool is if you want to make a square, which a square is a type of rectangle, you hold shift while you're pulling out your shape. And that will maintain the proportions. Does anyone need help so far with the rectangles? You may come into a situation where you want to resize your rectangle, or you might want to rotate it. Just like with all the other tools we've done so far, we have handles on the edge. So when you get to the edge and you see the handles, a little arrow will show up. You can just click and drag to resize. Or if you want to maintain proportions, like you want the same rectangle, you just want it smaller, hold shift, and it will keep the same proportions between length and width. If you want to rotate your rectangle, you're going to pull out a little bit past the corners, and you'll see like a double-sided curvy arrow, and that will let you rotate your shapes. So those controls are always available. If you hold shift while you're rotating, it'll rotate in 45-degree increments. So, you know, if you want to make like a cog or a wheel or a clock or something, holding shift will keep it.
I don't know
How to make what?
I'm just trying to make out thing.